All right, John, break down the tale of the tape for this lightweight encounter.
Well, you take a look, Peter Queally, we talk about him being good on the outside. He's taller, he's longer, but he says he's gonna go right at Patricky. We'll see if that works.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA now features lightweights, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds live on Showtime. We introduce the blue corner first. At 5'10", weighing in 155 pounds even, his professional record, 12 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Fighting out of SBG, Dublin, Ireland, presenting Peter, the Showstopper, Queally. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 155.5 pounds. The Bellator veteran brings 23 professional victories, 9 defeats out of Team Pitbull Brothers, Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil. Introducing Patricky Pitbull. In charge, your referee, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, the referee. We saw over Patricky Pitbull's shoulder his younger brother, Patricio Pitbull, the champ.
All right, gentlemen, this is what you work for. You ready? Ready? Let's go to work.
Patricky Pitbull in the red gloves, Peter Queally in the blue gloves, and Queally initiates the attack with a kick. Queally was supposed to fight Patricky in October of last year, but broke the thumb on his right hand. Patricky Pitbull was supposed to face Jaleel Willis, and then he came down with an inflammation of the inner ear. But they both say they are as ready as they will ever be, not just for gym bragging rights, but more importantly, to move up the lightweight ladder in Bellator MMA.
Well, we've seen both fighters, and just in the last fight that we saw with Peter Queally, a little bit off.
That's going to make Queally feel a little queasy.
Let's go.
We saw in that last fight with Peter Queally, this is a guy that can take damage and can continue on in the fight. He does not stop. He will not quit.
Good. Okay.
And he's not going to quit now either, taking up just a few seconds of the allotted 5 minutes.
Good.
Oh.
Okay. Come right here.
I didn't see anything go towards the eye.
Watch your fingers. Watch the kick. Here we go. Ready? Let's go to work.
Action resumes. Nice 3-punch combination by Patricky Pitbull. Good counter left hand by Pitbull.
Very nice movement by Pitbull. Nice slide to the side. You see him dip down, throws the right hand.
Stiff jab splits the guard of Queally. And then, showing high fight IQ already, John, by not only jabbing the face, but to the body.
Absolutely, and the one thing that you're seeing out of Pitbull, and this is the difference in Patricky Pitbull now as an older fighter. He used to land a shot and he would then just want to follow up, and he started just pressing fights. Now he's waiting, he sits there, he doesn't always throw real hard. He takes his shots, he looks for the openings, and when the opening is there, that's when he goes.
Well, the bad blood continues to come to a boil. Patricky Pitbull motioned momentarily like there may have been a finger in the eye. Queally said, I'm not going to let you get away with that, and he took the fight to Pitbull, but then he paid for it with a counter right hand.
He did. But he's right. If you know, hey, I did not land anything to your eye. And he did not. There was nothing there.
That's split to the body there as well.
James Gallagher in Queally's corner. He was supposed to be in action in the Bellator 258 prelims.
See, that's all good power by Patricky, but Peter Queally just blocked both of those cleanly. And he's taking them on the arms.
Midway point of the opening round.
Don't let them off.
Queally launched an attack. Queally from the southpaw stance back to orthodox. And now Patricky Pitbull goes lefty. Yeah, both trying to play those mind games, trying to figure a way out, disrupt the rhythm. 2 minutes left here in the opening round as Patricky Pitbull attacked the lead leg before Queally switched stances again and does so yet again. Lead right uppercut, left hook, low kick combination.
That was a beautiful finish to that with that low kick. That's what you want to do. You want to hide those kicks behind those hands. That's when the leg comes in and lands solid. That was a beautiful combination.
Longer with them kids. The body kicks are there.
90 seconds left here in the opening round. And there, Pitbull attacking the lead leg, momentarily taking Queally off his feet.
Queally was talking about putting Patricky on that back foot. He hasn't really been able to do it in this round.
That's it. Super wholeness. All day. Yes, keep in there now. Sharp. Aware.
Final minute of the opening round as Queally playing the bull to Patricky Pitbull's Matador. And the Matador won that exchange. Spinning back elbow attempt there by Patricky Pitbull and jumping knee, but way too far away was the takeoff.
This is one of the things that I just don't understand about Patricky. This is something he can do all day long. He's got a very good ground game. He's got good wrestling, but he just likes to be in the stand-up. Now he gets to this point, he's just taking shots for no reason.
Under 30 seconds left in the opening round, and you're right, John, Queally with a flurry of shots in another.
And none of those are hard shots. None of those are going to hurt him. But, you know, it just doesn't look good if you're the judge.
Are they scoring shots?
Absolutely. They're scoring a little bit because, you know, they're landing. There's just no power to them. Now, that's powerful. He goes to those elbows. There's a big difference.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Showtime Sports is showing their support, providing free access to groundbreaking documentaries, including Quiet Storm and My Story, Bipolar Rock and Roller.
All right, gentlemen, round two, ready? Let's go to work.
Bell in round two, Patricky Pitbull in the red gloves, Peter Queally in the blue gloves, and I was surprising a touch of the gloves as a sign of sportsmanship between these bitter rivals.
That low leg kick, you can see, look at that left leg of Peter Queally. It's got giant hematomas on it. It's got a lot of bruising already, so it's having an effect in this fight. Patricky needs to keep going back to it.
He's doubled up in terms of total kicks landed. I'm talking number 2 ranked Patricky Pitbull.
That was exactly what Pitbull needs to do. When you see Queally with that high guard, bringing his hands way up, don't try to punch through that. Go to the body.
Again, the attack on that lead leg, chopping it down, taking away Queally's base, and taking away the big part of where the power is derived.
I'll tell you what, when you
From
take
the ground up.
You take away that base, it's very difficult. That was just off balance. It wasn't that Peter Queally was hurt there. But notice that Peter Queally is now switching stance a lot more, bringing that right leg forward, taking that left leg, bringing it back.
And again, but Patricky Pitbull now with a cut around the right eye. Blood trickling down the side of Patricky Pitbull's face.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, though. The one thing you don't want to see is a guy starting to paw at it, though.
And that's what he's doing.
Well, that's usually saying that some of the blood is getting in the eye, and what happens when the blood gets in the eye, it almost gets like it's a sticky haze in your eye.
Blur your vision, that's for sure. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Nice
Very smart
Body
attack going to the
shot
body.
at the end of that combination, that multiple punch combination by Patricky Pitbull. Not everything's a fastball, showing variance. Midway point of the round and the fight.
Jab left, kick there also.
Just out of range of that combination by Patricky Pitbull, but the lands 2 jabs in there from the southpaw stance. A nice 1-2, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're taking what Pitbull is doing as far as he's throwing straight shots most of the time. Those are the ones that are working for him. When Queally comes in with that super high guard, he needs to think about just digging to the body.
There's a nice jab by Queally.
In this round, Queally has been able to really try to force that, I want to keep you on your back foot. He's kind of holding his ground a lot of the time. Not giving a lot of movement, standing right in front of Pitbull.
Good combination by Patricky Pitbull. High kick blocked by Pitbull. 1.5 minutes left here in the second round, and Patricky Pitbull again with the low leg kick, and there's a body kick. Double jab. So Patricky Pitbull beginning to find a rhythm, beginning to find his comfort zone, beginning to open up a little bit more.
Yeah, and what he's doing is he's starting to increase volume. He's throwing a lot. He's landing a lot of good, clean shots. A lot of them are being blocked, but he is landing, and he's landing more than Peter Queally right now.
Queally digging away to the body with a right hand. Final 60 seconds of the second, and Patricky Pitbull goes back to the body.
You see Queally shake his head like, no, that's telling you, yeah, that hurt.
And there's a right uppercut to the body by Queally. Under 1 minute left here in the second. And Queally out of range, throwing the 1-2, but nothing but air. And there, changing levels, Patricky Pitbull secures a takedown.
Yeah, well, it's really surprising because in the first round, it was when I thought he was kind of, just a little bit ahead in that round. He did not do well when he went for that takedown. He took a lot of shots.
Great point.
So he needs to do something. If you're going to go for that takedown at the end here, then do something with it. Go after some ground and pound. Go after the submission.
Patricky Pitbull worked on his wrestling, of course, with Henry Cejudo and the Cejudo brothers, Angel Cejudo, and wow, the plasma really beginning to flow here in the final seconds of the second.
Yeah, there was a big elbow landed right after that takedown, and I think that has opened him up.
Stop. Easy enough. That's all right. Woo! Money! Now we're having fun. Let's go!
A blood-stained Queally saying, now I have a fight.
Sit on there, breathe. Sit on here.
Now he's enjoying himself.
Breathe.
This is all his blood.
Yes.
Here's what happens off that takedown. Patricky changes level, gets in on this double leg. Beautiful job. Watch the elbow land here. This is the one. That's the one that cuts him right there. That third elbow strike you see, those are to the top of the head. That's legal. And he raises his head up, and here comes that elbow right across the forehead. That's what opened Pitbull up.
So some nasty striking from the bottom by Peter Queally. Utilizing a devastating elbow attack to just, again, it's open to cut. At the hairline.
Time.
And time has been called by referee Hatfield.
Normally when you see a cut that continues to bleed is not, they didn't stop it. This is where you're looking for cut men. They've got to do their job. They've got to have time to be able to stop that bleeding.
Let's listen in, John.
It's up to you.
The doctor says go.
That's it.
The doctor has stopped the fight. Continue, John.
Many times when you have what the doctors are looking for, they're looking for that cut man in that 50 seconds basically that they have to be able to stop and quell the bleeding.
Sorry, Patricio was having a conversation with Queally as well.
I know that. I was watching.
It's a great fight.
Yeah, I know.
Great fight.
I know.
Let's not ruin it now with that.
If you read the video, you're gonna see that.
Okay, we'll watch the video together if you want, and we can decide.
Okay.
If I cut the rules,
Okay, let's-
I will tell you, okay?
All right.
So here was that double leg takedown, a beautiful takedown by Patricky Pitbull. Here come the elbows. That's legal. That is legal. And that is the one that caused the cut, that the cutmen were not able to stop the bleeding. And normally when the bleeding is not stopped by the start of the round, that's when doctors are going to say you can't stop the bleeding.
All of those elbows, John, as you
Legal.
sit here with me, cage side, all legal.
Legal.
All of them. And so for Patricio Pitbull, the source of his consternation, I guess he is implying that maybe they weren't legal. But in any event, the video proves it, and this fight has been stopped, and it will go down as a TKO triumph for Peter Queally. And just like that, Queally has 2 consecutive stoppage wins. And unfortunately unable to stop the bleeding. The doctor did not allow it to continue, and so let's get it to Michael C. Williams to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon the advice of the cage-side physician, referee Kerry Hatley waves off the contest due to the cut. The official time, 1 second into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Peter Showstopper Queally.
So Peter Queally picks up the victory, and he improves to 2-1 inside the Bellator MMA cage.
I really respect your family. I know I said some things, but I do respect you and your family.
Yo, guys, for SPG, just to your animal, bro.
And it's all about that RESPECT. The bravery, the courage, the heart, the respect, it's all mixed martial arts, and a man who knows everything about MMA is Big John McCarthy.
Peter Queally, congratulations on a beautiful victory. That was a very well planned out fight. You executed what you wanted to do. You put the pressure on him at times. He did land a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what that was doing to you during the fight.
It was a lot of pain, but you know me, Big John. You need to kill me to get me out of here. If you think you're going to stop me with leg kicks, you need another plan. This is not going to happen.
Well, he made a decision in the first round to try to take you down near the end of the round, and you landed a lot of shots, a lot of punches, a lot of elbows. I actually thought that's what won you the round at the end, and then he made the same decision again near the end of the second round, and you again did damage. Those were all legal strikes. They were good elbows. Talk to me about what was going through your head.
Yeah, that was exactly my plan. When people fight the Pitbull brothers, they're afraid of them, and rightly so, because they've got tremendous power. But I know what you have to do with him. You can't be afraid of these guys. You have to go after him. And this is my plan. I wanted to put so much pressure on him, bring the fight to him so much that he would wrestle and get tired. I know he's tough enough. He could have went on into that third round and we would have had a great scrap, but I felt like I did a massive amount of damage. I had a mouthful of his blood in my mouth trying to spit it out there at the end of the second round. It was pretty wild, so.
Well, it was pretty good at the end of the second round. You walked back with blood all over you saying, now I'm feeling good.
Well, this is what I love. You know me, I want to fight.
Now
like real fight. And that's why I wanted to fight Patricky. And that's why I want to fight his brother now next. It's 1-1. Let's me and Patricio settle this SPG Pitbull feud now. That's the only way to do it.
So you believe that that should be your next fight?
100%
Patricio
it should
at
be.
Lightweight.
Exactly.
For the belt.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win the tournament against AJ. Good luck to him, and then he should defend his belt against me. And let's settle this once and for all. He has to have respected what I did to his brother there. And if he doesn't want to fight me after that, then you know I'm gonna lose respect for him.
Sounds good to me. Congratulations on a beautiful win. Ladies and gentlemen, the showstopper, Peter Queally.